rolled up his sleeves and put his coat up on a chair. It was Charles that the papers arrayed. He was bold, he was committed, I tell you he was brave. We put a cross upon his grave. Jesus saves. Now Sergeant Fury's got his bayonet and his gun to defend his nation's honour till he's done. The blades on my board, I'll make a stand with a knife and fork and sheffield in my hand. That's revolting, revolutionary and true. That's cast up 77 times as high as the moon. It's just a big hot air balloon. It's coming soon. Judge that creep. There are people into anarchy and peace, and there are others who don't practice what they preach. Some people fabricate the true beliefs. They will convince you that the food is made of cheese. And when the message, or when it is received, some need a name, a cult, and then there's some just content to believe. But the ones who are never deceived, they never believe. I believe okay, I believe I've never seen anything that's so grey. And I believe people fight and people pray, but I don't believe you need believe the things they say. Do you believe in high ideals, or in a white chalk course upon a distant hill? Do you place your trust in paramilitary skills, or powder pills? This afternoon at 4:30, Charlie Chaplin was admitted to the morgue. The undertaker breathed a prayer, rolled up his sleeves and hung his coat upon a chair. And now the man is dead and gone, and though the top is laid and the mourners have all gone home, we will continue while his memory lingers on to pick Charlie Chaplin's bones. Hello, good day, God be with you, and I hope you are well. And I hope that you won't be perturbed by the crack in my bell, and that the stench of my soul won't detract from the cautionary burden of my tale. House in me hand, reading 7 and 8, and me hands on me heart when I'm saying me grace. I'm thanking the Saviour for stopping me face with my face and pictures and wine. Old Peter Wyatt's got a couple of cows, 2 horses, a donkey, a sheep, and a farrow in sow. Well, he goes to church now, 'cause he isn't allowed to work on a Sunday, no more. He bows his head as he kneels in his pew, and he doesn't know why, it's just something to do. And he's there with the rest of the heaven-bound crew. Oh, sweet Jesus, one day at a time, I'll go back to Shire someday, where the fields are green and the people are brave. You won't see me with the dust in my heels, I swear, when I go there. These diamonds they wear in their cuffs and their throats, and of silk are their breeches and velvet their coats. And he Why, sacking and nettles they give us for cloaks, while their God is down from above. And here on the land it gets harder to thrive, but with every new law that the bastards contrive, and we paid with an oath that we're paying our tithe. Oh, the Baron, the Priest and the King, good day to the sun and the next to my gold, and the first to the ones I have picked and the ones I withheld, to all the ones that increase and come back to the fold. I give my blessing and all of my love, but there's something within me demands that I lay down my arms, to give up the gun and the ghost of my magical charms. That's when I find I'm a person who's not quite the person I'd like to be. Now, here in my hand is the set of spades, to dig up the land where the cattle once grazed into 10,000 graves, where rebellion was fostered and an army was raised, and deep in the bowels of the past, where Walter the Tiger lies dead at our feet. Well, we threw back our bows and advanced down the street, and then up came the king, his tongue's waxing sweet, and he chewed us with honey and bile. Then how greatly behold meet the oracle rise, I could hardly believe with me very own eyes. Then the kingsman came riding with his left out of sight, without even the farce of a trial. But I'm terribly, 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 terribly proud of the arms that I bore and the crest that fell so on my shroud. Though my name is engraved on the arm of the gallows at time and date, still thanks ever so much for the trouble you took, and I would have kissed your most neighbourly hand if I'd known where to look. But I was never so blind as the times I was searching for truth so hard. Andromeda, you mastered your children away from their ploughs, and you tore us apart with your gifts and impeccable vows. Beneath the earth that you promised us rashly, we're pushing our daisies for you now. I tuned into the weatherman to see what he'd say. There's a cold wind blowing up from Chennai today. Out on the cricket field then rain has stopped playing. Some vandals have damaged the wickets. Well, with bone splinter fragments then he called up the nurse, with a blade down his pad as things turned for the worse. It was flattening the divot sound as they loaded the hearse. That ain't no way to play cricket. Hey, settle the score. He had to settle the score. He had to settle the score, then he came back for some more. Well, I got me a job because they cut off me doll. There's a union here, gained workers' control. You'll lose your job, my lad, if you fail to enroll. Well, that was the thing I was dreading. And from Yorkshire to Somerset I was king of the fields, with me barndoor defence of me lofty ideals. They tell me that anarchy and peace became real. It lives in a cave outside Reading. And it's time of the year, sorry tidings that bring, and a tale of sore woe on a rose and a ring. The true love gets married on the first day of spring, and she will not ask you to the wedding. Oh no. He had to settle the score. But his glorious vocabulary inspired all the lads, and his words were so stirring they drove us all mad. We picked up our water pistols, strapped on our pads, and we went out to fight for the workers. And now swear on his shoulders as I stood in me grace, in the name of our captain for love and for peace. Then a fast bowling cricketer terminated me lease, when he took me leg stump with a Yorker. And back in the pavilion I stare at the wall, and the air of despair casts a shadowy pall o'er the cap on the head, my dear, and the box on me balls, and the thread of defeat is so heavy. 23 for 6 wickets was all we had scored, when I fell on my knees and I prayed to the Lord. He opened the heavens and it thundered and poured, and he gave us a draw against Chevy. They had to settle the score. They had to settle the score. They had to settle the score. Settle the score. So then he came back for some more. Well, I tuned into the weatherman to see what he'd say. There's a cold wind blowing up from Chevy today. Out on the cricket field then rain had stopped play, and with grace I retire from my innings. You'll do the briefest little story, and to know for whom it took a shed that much is sorry. A child it was, it so depriving grace and feature. All the heaven and nature seemed to strive his own the creature. But knowing him oh too well, I beg to differ. I watch with time his virtues fade and his features wither. And then the April rain will take me amongst us. We twist its fine and idea that he was the strongest. He drove us all before his text and river, and taught us how to love with his knife bow and his quiver. But fell he then from grace and fell his purpose. Fortune flags and veils, he could not move us. And there's 7 September stars shine and the rooks are crying. Who could have done such a thing for Orion? Though a hunter rapist man needed a poor so rotten. Artemis, now the good things went and shot him. And though she said the deed was done by error, does she miss him sorely now? No, not ever. Then of the hunter's death Apollo repented, and to his resurrection had consented, and sought to give new birth in baptism him. If she doesn't want him back, let heaven keep him. Now through the October night, there now pursues him. Scorpion and rain alike, he cannot lose them. And our summer sweating trees, lasting pillow, resounds the cracking sound of bone on willow. And wax your boots and oil the wood and the crossfire of leather red to confound the raging empire. But should he pull you out, then be contented, for the rook must learn to throw out all his pretensions. Under the greenwood tree sits much more unlikely than me. Great are the lies that are told, and strange are the tales that unfold, and there's beauty they unbelief, and nicotine stains on the teeth. Now she combed her hair but once a year, and watered her strawberries every day. Her eyes were red and her mind was clear, but nobody knew she was there. Into my stride, I was carried away on the tide, distracted and the cliches, and the creak and the groaning of oars led me out of my reverent days. As over the waters I gaze, and rolling upon her beach, so the reverend starts to preach. Now she combed her hair but once a year, and watered her strawberries every day. Her eyes were red and her mind was clear, and nobody knew she was there. You better start saying a prayer. Better start saying a prayer. Yes, you better beware. Come to start a die to your rat-tailed hair today, and they're gone tomorrow, I swear. You're better off paying full fare, 'cause she combed her hair but once a year, and watered her strawberries every day. Her eyes were red and her mind was clear, and nobody knew she was there. I am innocent and naive, and I'm dazed beyond belief by this huge and hostile land. I can see beyond the trees along the edge of the sand. I didn't know what to do, and I didn't have much of a clue. And though I was down on my luck, well, I couldn't have given a sue. The bastards for every penny they got. Strawberries every day. Her eyes were red and her mind was clear, and nobody knew she was there, because she combed her hair but once a year, and watered her strawberries every day. Her eyes were red and her mind was clear, and nobody knew she was there, because now you're better than the pictures, and you're better than TV. You're better than a hole in the head, and you're much more unlikely than me. Founded on a rock of minted gold, and in her games she takes the leading part, and with conviction carries the role. My lady plays the games to help substantiate a great territory in the Middle East. With expertise, she moves the pieces closer to conclude the game. I look unto my lord, he hardly knows her as the one he knew before our expectations grew. As she salts the wounds, smokes the fires, the roots of the great and the strong, and the balls of the liars. Game my lady plays with skill, a game of fortresses and towers, a game of pride and suffering, a game of intrigue, blame and power. It's a game my lady wants to win. My lady lays her plans, the gentleman from motherland. Her mind is teeming with a Mongol horde. I mark the fortunes of my lord and master. At my lady's side, who naught to do but watch the tide come faster to my lady's door. Swiftly, swiftly on towards the final solution, the answer in a war with a big man bold red Nick for an answer. take the path down through the King's Ride. Then you take a left and you go on straight. You cross a field or two and then you climb the Blyth Power gate. Now you're on my lady's estate. You take a look in through the windows, and you check the stables and try the doors. But you want to get no answer. It's because my lady's gone abroad. The wind is fair and the day is fine. Swiftly, swiftly runs the time. The boat is waiting on the tide to take her to the other side of the ocean. My lady knows even my lord had some peculiar emotion as he takes her arm to lead her out of original palms. Okay, it's quite romantic. My lady has flown across the Atlantic. That's it. Over the railway line, the wind is keen and the air is clear, and I can see for miles. And over the fields on his stallion grey comes the cynical huntsman Guilt. My negative fear is a sweetheart dear, and over the walls I built comes leaping the mongrel pack, and arrayed is the coat on the back of the master of hounds and his men and his horses and dogs of the Yollerton hunt. On the wing, onward the huntsman's cry, bring down the lad that was born to be king, and rip him to bits, says I, and unleash your dogs to follow my scent, with they strain and sweat, while over to me in the greenwood tree is carried the huntsman's threat. I give you my guarantee, someday you will ride with me, and the master of hounds and the men, the horses and dogs of the Yollerton hunt. Sandy and grey, replace it with pink and blue. The tawny back becomes leather and black, and the hair of varying hue. And where once before, will you walk on all fours? I'll teach you to walk on two. And I'll rip off your tail and your pointies. Now I've made a man of you. I grant you your liberty, just so long as you're bound to me. And the master of arms and his men and his horses and dogs of the Yollerton hunt. Over the railway line, the wind is keen and the air is clear, and I can see for miles. And over the fields on his stallion grey comes cynical huntsman Guilt. My negative fear is a sweetheart dear, and over the walls I built now liberty and a friend there, driving me round the bend, sparing me. always on my mind. He pays me compliments and I pay him back in kind. And if I fail to please him, then he puts me in my place, with the raven on his shoulder and a smile upon his face. And I tried everything to lose him since he first materialized, but he would not give in to reason. He could not be exorcised. I tried amulets and the talismans of music to soothe the savage beast, but wooden stakes and silver bullets would not harm him in the least. Little Johnny Rambo and the shooter came to town, burned down the city walls and shoot the big bad sheriff down. Something sets me laughing when the wolf begins to cry, and I must put out the cat and let sleeping dogmatics lie. And I tried everything to lose him since he first materialized, but he would not give in to reason. He could not be exorcised. I tried amulets and talismans and music to soothe the savage beast, wooden stakes and silver bullets would not harm him in the least. Absolutely, what are we going to do now? If we beat our heads on concrete, I swear we will get them bruised. Fight the fire with fire, the righteous and missionaries tell me. But I swear to God we need water to put the fire out. And I tried everything to lose him since he first materialized, but he would not give in to reason. He could not be exorcised. I tried amulets and talismans and music to soothe the savage beast. Wooden stakes and silver bullets would not harm him in the least. And I tried everything to